Hey Amber, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I am so excited because today is the day that we are going to start selling Flourish, our new honey blossom fragrance. And I absolutely love this fragrance. It's like seriously one of my favorites. And I know that you are such a rock star at selling fragrance. So I wanted to see if you could share with us just a few of your tips for selling fragrance.
Absolutely. My main thing is to always have a full-size bottle on hand. Samples are great and samples help you sell it too, but having a full-size bottle in hand where I've sprayed inside the cap so the customer can smell it before they spray it, because there's nothing worse than spraying a fragrance on yourself to try it and not like it.
Yeah,
But it
that's a
gives,
great idea.
but it gives the customer ownership too, so they can hold the pretty bottle, and if they love it, they're going to want it right then. So then you always want to have a bottle or two on hand to sell right then. Um, and then if somebody isn't sure if they like it, then you can give them a sample too, so they can try it and then get back to you and just remind them you have some on hand, so you can sell it right then when they're ready. Say, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Just tell me that you like it. Another thing is always knowing your product and knowing what you're selling and how to use it. So not just knowing that this fragrance has apple blossom, honeysuckle, and vanilla orchid in it, but to know how to apply it. Because it seems like every day I'm given little mini classes at the store.
I bet. I bet.
They want to smell and they want to try it, and the first thing they do is they want to rub it. And so I'm always like, no, don't do that. Don't rub that, because it bruises the fragrance. And you knowing that and being able to tell your customers the right way to wear their fragrance is going to make it last longer and smell the way it's supposed to. Because it has, all the fragrances have 3 notes, top, middle, and bottom. And when you first spray it, you smell the first note. A little while later, you smell the second settling into your skin. And then a little bit later, you smell the third one. And when you bruise it, it changes it and it's going to smell different. So you being able to tell your customers things like that makes you sound like you know what you're doing. And they're more comfortable buying from you too. And then
That's great. So just go into that just a little bit more. So how am I supposed to do it? If I'm not supposed to rub my wrist, how are they supposed to do it?
just spray it and let it go.
How long do I wait to get that true scent?
About an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I always recommend you ask somebody else too when you're trying to decide if a fragrance is right for you, because after a while you don't smell it, your body adjusts to it. I always ask a girlfriend. Don't ask your husband. He'll tell you what he thinks you want you to you want it.
Great tips, Amber. Great tips. So what if I don't like the fragrance? I've waited an hour. I just don't care for it.
Yeah, that's okay. We have other fragrances. We have a lot of fragrances with a lot of different ingredients. And when somebody says, oh, but it just didn't last, well, maybe it wasn't the right ingredients. So you need to help them find the fragrance that will last on them. Because I hear that all the time. Oh, Avon fragrances don't last on me. Well, it won't matter what company, what brand you get if you don't have the right ingredients. So if you've ever applied a fragrance first thing in the morning and later in the day somebody says, you smell so good, those are the ingredients that work well with your body chemistry, and you need to look for those when you look for a new ingredient. I mean, a new fragrance. And you can Google those. I do it all the time for customers to find out, like if they wear white diamonds and we Google it and those are the ingredients, then you can look at the Avon book, which thankfully has all the top 3 notes for every fragrance in the book, and you can help them find something similar.
Great tips, Amber. So what if I just don't like fragrance at all? I don't wear it. I can't at work or whatever it may be. What if I just don't like fragrance?
That's okay. Avon has tons of products, like our new Crave lip glosses that I am in love with.
Oh, me too. Oh my gosh, I love them.
Strawberry.
Yes, and they smell so good.
They do.
So do you recommend when you're out selling fragrance or selling whatever, just to have a couple of those products with you that are great alternatives, maybe a different fragrance or maybe a couple of different products as well, maybe the elixir and a couple Craves?
Absolutely. Samples of skincare you should always have with you, and definitely something like this. And then when you're out making your deliveries and talking to your customers, if you've got the newest, best jewelry on, you can show that too.
Oh, awesome. Amber, you are an awesome, awesome rock star. Thank you so much for sharing your tips with us today.